I must also congratulate my honourable friend, Nickie Aiken, the member for the Cities of London and Westminster, for her relentless campaigning for legislation to enable regulation by Transport for London of pedicabs. Indeed, I commend Nickie Aiken's determined effort to make sure that the government honoured its commitment to legislate in government time when her own private member's bill was unfairly, in my mind, thwarted 2 years ago. I can't stress enough how hard she tried to get her private member's bill over the line, and she very nearly succeeded where many before her had unfortunately too often failed. And today, I think, is a very good day for her constituents in Westminster and the City of London. Now, my noble friend, the Minister, has already explained why primary legislation is needed to enable TfL to act, and he put the case for this legislation quite clearly. But I'm going to be probably more blunt than my noble friend. He has said, of course, that pedicabs or rickshaws are the only form of public transport in our capital city not currently regulated. But to be clear, my lords, these vehicles, as things stand, need no insurance. There are no police or criminal record checks on the drivers. They can hang around in gangs wherever they want, blocking pavements, sometimes threatening in their behaviour. Some pedicab drivers have been involved in criminal activity, and the lack of registration of them or the vehicle owners makes them quite useful to organised criminal gangs. They drive recklessly, the wrong way up one-way streets. I've also seen them on pavement, and their involvement in hit-and-runs incidents is not uncommon. And of course, without the need for vehicle safety checks, some are unfit to be on the roads. There's more, my lords. Pedicabs can charge passengers whatever they want, and there's plenty of evidence of them ripping off tourists. Then there's the sheer nuisance and disruption many cause to local businesses and residents from the excessively loud music they play. And when I say loud, I mean loud. And yet, my lords, these unchecked, unlicensed and unregulated vehicles are allowed to ply for trade on our streets in direct competition with our heavily regulated black cabs. And that's what gets me, my lords. And I should also make clear, I have no interest to register whatsoever. I'm not even a resident of Westminster. But what I believe is that black cabs, which are synonymous with London around the world and an important part of our reputation internationally for quality and high standards, are forever facing more regulations and new road restrictions, while vehicles and drivers, which too often are a disgrace to our reputation, have been allowed to operate without having to comply with any law, regulation or rule. So finally, my lords, we are going to do something about it. There are some reputable pedicab firms who want to and do provide a quality service. And my noble friend paid tribute to them. And they will prosper in a regulated market.